Good morning. It's Roz here. I just tried out for the first time a little video that is a timestamp thingy, not timestamp, waiting until I get to the live. So I hope you enjoyed it, but as it was playing, I realised, that's actually, it's actually, what do you call that? Doing the buffering. And I didn't realise it was going to be quite like that. And then the next thing is I realised that, I hadn't closed a few applications down the bottom. So I did that in the middle of the stream. So tomorrow morning it should be a little better even, or even for the Tuesday's intuitive chat. I'll reset the computer for that. Anyway, we're here this morning for our daily live stream for the Lenormand card spread. I have got that ready here. I'm going to take off the scroller and bring on our cards like I've got there. Do keep in mind that it is only a general reading, and I read it as if it's for my energy and stuff like that. So also like to remind you, for those who are on the cross-posted pages, because I'm actually doing this one with my B.Live platform again, because it's what I normally do use, but I'm trying out different things. This morning it is the B.Live. So I've got that one in action. So it means it's cross-posted to the mytimetv.live and the Hypnosis Plus pages. Make sure you click that link that's in the description above or somewhere that's got the Ros Bounty in that description and video and the number, because that's where I'll see your comments in the back of it, like this one here. I can then show them up like that, or just see the comments that you are making. So anyway, without any further delay, since I had the peacock on there with the countdown, that's what it is. It's a countdown, isn't it? I'll swap it around so that we're actually looking at our cards and we can get into the reading. Now, whoops, there's my Apple Pencil. You will notice that we've got a couple of cards that are the same that we've had over the last few readings. This one here in particular, the dice I know we had, or the die we had the other day, and we have had the magnifying glass a few times in the last week. So what we do with these is read it as in, hi Kathy, how are you? I will pop you there. Oh, I love that picture. I love dogs too. They're gorgeous. We've got two. So what we do as our reading spread is this one here that the die is in is actually the work energy. This here that the magnifying glass is the home energy. Up the top here we've got in the unexpected, that is the masks. Here in your role is the park, and what we've got in the centre as the outcome is the young lady. So it's a lovely set of cards this morning. Hi Jamie. Morning. Oh, first time watcher. Thank you for popping over to my page. I hope that you actually found that link easy to find, because I'm not sure how it shows up in the mobile devices. I mainly use my Mac as my desktop now, so I hardly use the devices to actually click links and stuff like that besides, well, the iPad I do occasionally. Oh, that's great. Good. I'll continue onwards. So what we have is the die. The energy around that is purely some of the stuff that you're going to be working through in your business or in your workplace and space is just going to be a roll of the dice. So do take considered actions on what might be a little risky in your decision making, but it certainly feels to me quite comfortable to actually take that punt. So in whatever way that you feel that you need to be moving forward with a particular decision or a project, I'm feeling that, yeah, look, it's that finer line that maybe throwing the die would be an option. So it was easy. It was on the other link first. Yeah, on the other link first. Yeah, I figured with these you might have been on the my time. So that's fine. That's good. I want it to be as easy for people to actually come in for me to be able to see the comments. Even though this one, I don't answer the personal questions in this session, the daily one, there is the Tuesday intuitive chat where we might get to some of the readings, and that is today because it's Tuesday here in South Australia. Okay, so I'll keep moving onward, and we've got the magnifying glass now in the home space. It's looking at things with a little finer detail. Sometimes it might even, where we can't understand something fully, it takes that magnifying glass to look closer at whatever it is that's we're searching for, or that we don't quite understand, or that we're just making sure that we have the details right. Okay, so I'm actually feeling that probably there's something that's being planned that you really need to have those details correct. So that's what I'm feeling around that. And this is, for me, speaking of my own stuff first in that sense, but it's what's coming into me intuitively. The same as if you're feeling that there's a difference in the meaning for you, take what your meaning is for you, because you know your own situation best and what it's telling you, okay? Here we have in the unexpected, it is the masks. I'm feeling that it's actually that we're opening. It's, you see the open mouth. To me, it feels like that I'm opening up to dropping even more of those masks, and I'm sensing that there's an onion being peeled. So some of the skins of the mask are coming off. So it's revealing and getting closer to that inner essence of who I am that's going to pop in unexpectedly through the day. Because each and every one of our life experiences is actually bringing us through that learning process to be the best person that we are. It's what I finish on in the mornings with this session every time, and it's because that really is how I want to be living my life, is to be the best person that I can be. And we can only do that with what we have to hand at this point in time, from past experiences to being fully present in the now. So I'm feeling those masks really are starting to sludge off or move away. Look, there's nothing wrong with having a mask for particular roles, but there are, for self, reasons why we want to unmask, okay, and keep those masks off too. And that's where, with this, that's your role, it leads into that coming out more into the public arena. We're having more relaxation of the regulations and the controls that have been holding us in isolation and separate from other people. Park, to me, is actually bringing out that movement into being public again, into being able to go out to our natural reserves and parks and public, actually mixing again with people, still with that distance, but it's being able to broach that isolation we've had and being able to get back into what feels a little more normal. So I'm feeling that that's quite an important step for us to just start to make that move today, because some of us are at that higher risk of, the bugs that do float around. And we've had to really be quite vigilant around this, the physical isolation from people. I don't like the fact it was called social isolation, because I think that's wrong. Here we are with the technology that we've been able to still be social with each other. That's why it's called social media, isn't it? So it's actually been more the physical isolation we've had. We can bring ourselves back out into being in the arena and in the space of other people with that little bit of distance, but it's still at least being able to converse and see each other and have those coffees and meals. Okay. Oh, and the young lady in the middle. That's resting and contemplating in self and all that is around us. And that's just all that I'm feeling with that. At times we can actually start to feel like we're a little bit, since I'm the 60 and plus now, of course, but there's times where we do spend reflecting back on what was, and I wish I was back there. Well, I don't, because I really treasure what experiences I've had to bring it forward to now. And it's just that level of being able to confirm and love the self and that inner self, and bringing what is our experiences back to being that complete person. Okay, and that's what I'm seeing from these cards. Okay, in all that we have as our tools around us, as our guidance, the best really is those times where we can spend in, I suppose it is meditation, but being within self and just resting there to understand better that person, that persona that we've built and believe is the truth, that we can actually find out has been deceiving ourselves. I'm hoping that you understand that, but it's that process of continually learning and growing as we're moving on in our lives and gaining that wisdom of what needs to be left behind as the history and moving forward into all the possibilities that we've got ahead, because it is that movement ahead that we are achieving each and every step. Even if it feels like we're going in reverse, it's still moving ahead in that timeline that we have. So grab the moment that is now and enjoy life. Make your decisions wisely as to what do you truly want with your life, how you want to live your life, who you're wanting to help within that arena of what is your world. And we do all interconnect and all of that, the jigsaw puzzles and the web of life and all that is energy that we are. So thank you for allowing me to be part of your morning, and spread around that I'm live at 8 o'clock. It is mostly around the 8 o'clock in the mornings. It's not too many that I miss. It's only dire circumstances really that's occurred that has had that happen really, and internet and all the rest. But, thank you for being here. I have got the Tuesdays Intuitive chat on the mytimetv.live at 10:30 Adelaide time, where I have Leanne Winston as my regular guest. We just have a great show. And it's a chat, and sometimes we get to some readings, and because Leanne is Leanne Winston, psychic medium. So that would be lovely for you to pop in then. Otherwise, it'll be tomorrow morning around the 8 o'clock. And thank you. Be the best person that you can be, and namaste.